Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money,
Sucks about it.
well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot
Show.
This is Dickie Copeland.
And this is Hannah Garces.
And this is The Tarot Show.
Welcome.
Come on in.
Bienvenido a Tarot Show.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, not much. How you doing, Han?
I'm pretty good. It was Fozzie Bears and my 1-year anniversary.
Can you believe it's kind of the 1-year anniversary of The Tarot Show?
I know, because our day ones will remember that. Fozzie Bear was very, very, very new. It was like episode 2 or 3 or...
Yeah, because
Maybe
you
the first one.
gave him that nickname because he was wearing that jacket on that fuzzy jacket on like whatever date you'd been on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It was after Easter. It was like a week or two after Easter when we went to Jumbo's.
I love Jumbo's.
Yeah.
I want to get married at Jumbo's. It'd be so great. You could have the reception right there, the whole thing. You could have your anniversary there too. Just live there, basically.
Just live there.
What'd you do for your anniversary?
He took me out to dinner. We went to Donna's.
I love Donna's.
It was so good. We got meatballs.
Meatballs.
Garlic bread,
Yum.
lasagna.
Not lasagna.
We got lasagna, honey.
Damn. So you split it?
Yeah, we did a kind of family style.
A little Garfield romance?
Yes, a Garfield romance. He was Garfield. What's the girl?
Normal.
Nermal. I was Nermal.
It sounds like you're like trying to say normal, but you're weird. I'm normal.
I'm Nermal. Act normal.
Just be normal.
Normal people. My favorite book and series.
My favorite Hulu original limited series, Normal People. Paul Mescal in Normal People.
DZ Erdger Jones.
Durzer Erger Jones. Durzer Erger Jones. Took my germ spurks. She took my germ. And she took my sperm perk. That meme from fucking what? 2001 it seems like, but I'm sure it was like from 2011, but
Yes.
Ermagerd.
Goosebumps.
Gersperms.
I love that girl.
I love
I
that.
hope she's doing
I love
great.
the Gersperms
I
girl.
love the Goosebumps girl.
Go piss, Gersperms. Go on, girl. Give us goosebumps.
Do her leaper.
Dula peep.
Do the peep. So that's kind of fun.
That is cute.
We love
1
Fozzie
year.
Bear.
I texted you guys the morning of.
Yes, I was at work, but he responded. He was very excited.
It was cute.
He loves you so much.
I said, happy anniversary, family. And then I said, the first of the rest of them.
Aww.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant it's the first of the rest of them. That's how I feel about Tarot Show too. First of the rest of the anniversaries.
Oh, hell yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. What's new with you?
Oh, what's new with me? You know, I had a very funny realization yesterday. I sat down after coming home from work and I told you that I think I've discovered that I'm sad. I sort of like put the pieces together like Sherlock, my whole brain go crazy.
Your mind palace.
I was in my mind palace and I was like, wait a minute. Like I truly, it was a couple things came together very much like the, sort of light bulb moment at the end of a Law and Order episode where I was like, starting the Vampire Diaries, that's usually a thing I do when I'm sad. Interesting. And then I was like, work's giving me anxiety. The death of linear television and all, working at ABC. Interesting.
Another clue.
Another clue.
Okay.
Like Blues Clues. I have like
Blues
3
Clues.
clues. Yeah, I'm just writing them in my big notebook with my big mind pen.
Feeling blue clues.
Feeling blue. And that is how I've been describing it. I've been like, I think I feel blue.
Yeah, I watched you discover it in real time.
I know. It's crazy. I also think the Lone Star stuff kind of hit me late, as those things tend to do. And I just kind of was like, it's not even like the loss of him, just the loss of the like possibility.
Yeah.
You know, the Taylor Swift lyric that's been hitting me really hard in How Did It End is it's all happening again. And just thinking of that, like I went to a party on Friday, and before going to the party, I just lied down in my bed and listened to that song over and over again for an hour, fully dressed with like glitter and rhinestones on my face, and just like lashes on, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, just like again.
It's
Hey,
all
hey Google Mini, play it again.
And your Google is like,
Oh, hey Google, I was just joking. It was for the pod. Please stop. She's offering choices. Hey Google, stop.
she's not stopping.
Oh my God. Google's like, you will listen to me. You wouldn't listen to me when you're on your bed, you stupid girl. You let yourself put yourself in a trance.
I won't be silenced.
I will not be silent.
Sorry, Google.
Oh my God. Okay. Crazy. Anyways, yeah, it just kind of all hit me at once. And I was sort of like sitting in this very chair talking to you yesterday with, you know, when the tears just kind of like leak out of your face. It's not like you're crying.
It's definitely not that.
It's not like you're crying.
You're just leaking.
It's just coming out.
You definitely aren't crying. You're doing something. You were doing a different thing.
Being a water and an earth sign is crazy. I was doing a different thing. But yeah, and I felt better ever since then a little
Yeah.
bit. But I definitely still, like, people at work are once again asking me if I'm okay.
Oh boy.
I know. This is the thing. It's like, once I figure something out, I can't help but like telegraph it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like kind of thinking about it. But I don't know. It'll be okay. I do feel like the promise of summer.
Yes.
You know, and I got to go to Florida and I was on a boat.
Oh, it looks so fun.
I know. I felt every story I posted, I was like, Hannah, get over here.
I know.
Get
I
over
missed
here.
it. And especially because you got to see our dear friend in real life and friend of the pod, April Mouton.
One of our listeners.
Our listeners. Hi, AP. I love you.
You know, side note, how much trouble you and I have gotten in for listing our listeners. And we're always forgetting. My sisters are listening.
Oh my God, the sissies.
I know, and I'm not putting them in our list. Also, that we actually have a kind of tiny little loyal following now.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, and we're reducing it down to 7 people. Makes me laugh so hard. But if y'all are listening, we do see you and we appreciate you. But yes, Ape Mouton, went to go visit her, saw her baby, held her baby. Aww. It was all worth it. Watched Drop Dead Gorgeous on the plane with Casey, another listener.
We love Casey.
You know, just surrounded by listeners.
I know.
Pretty great. But we missed you, Han.
Yeah.
I spoke of you often.
Oh,
Yeah.
I felt it.
I think you could.
I wanted to be there so badly.
I know.
But one day,
One day.
I'm not going to be a poor little street rat forever.
No, not forever.
Not forever.
You're one of those people who knows that the rat's name is not Ratatouille.
Exactly.
So you're gonna make it.
Frankenstein. Nah, that's Frankenstein's monster.
Hello.
Baby Yoda. Try again. His name is Grogu.
It's Grogu. And I'm normal.
I'm normal.
And it's Grogu. Yeah, I wish you had been there.
I know.
Also, but I think it's okay to have missed that one because April texted afterwards that she bought a boat.
Oh.
They bought a boat. And the boat's name, it's like kind of one of those old like vintagey looking boats, you know, like a pointy one.
Yeah.
And its name is Dirty Hooker. And that's the boat we're meant to be on.
Yeah.
Han. Like you're meant to be on the Dirty Hooker with us.
I can't wait to sail the 7 seas on the Dirty Hooker.
I can't wait to be on like, you know, an old boat too, when it hits the waves, it really like just your whole spine kind of like goes apart and comes back together, like like a wind chime or something.
Yeah.
Like just hit really hard.
Yeah, that boat, it looks like the kind of boat like when people post pictures of their dads from the 80s, like wearing tube socks and shorts. Like that was a dad's boat.
Yes.
And it looks so fun. I'm gonna be
well, and that's the one you take pics on and
cracking a cold one with my bros.
Yeah, with me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be like cheersing the beer so hard that all the suds like mix, like some of your beer goes in my beer.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
That fucking rocks.
Yeah, that's the trip to go on.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just did a pre-planning kind of trip without you. It didn't really happen.
No, it did happen, and I'm very happy it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looked so fun. But I'm sorry that you are sad.
It's okay. I have the Vampire Diaries. If people have been listening, they know last episode I started this journey, and I have actually a very fun update about it. I am, of course, halfway through season 2 at this point because your girl gets on the dirty hooker and just rips through episodes on Peacock. Do you know what I mean? Just like, here we go, baby. It's also, I like to put, half the joy is putting it on and like cleaning my room or something at the same time, or doing like sewing all the clothes I've meant to sew, like that kind of stuff. But I texted my sisters, and I think I knew this in the back of my mind somewhere. I knew that Kaylee my youngest sister likes the Vampire Diaries. But what I did not remember, what I did not just file away in the front of my brain, is that it's her favorite show, she said. And she's watched it through 3 times. And she was like, you have to swear to me that you will watch season 3 with me. And I was like, I'm done. Okay. And then Kelsey was chiming in. She's like, no, I've watched it too. I watched all of the originals. I love the Vampire Diaries. And I was like, oh my God, you guys. And so like, I'm the new one being like, oh, who's this Klaus guy? I think I'm going to like him. Like kind of like being like, oh, I think Paul Wesley is actually more like the Damon character than the Stefan character, just being like in that goofiness. But here's the big update, is that now my sisters and I have decided that we are going to spend either every like Saturday in the summer or like a couple weekends in a row in the summer at Newport at my parents' place, where we all can converge, and we're going to swim and binge watch the Vampire Diaries upstairs. Make my nieces watch them too.
Yeah.
And also make you watch them.
Yes.
Unfortunately. I'm just informing you that this is what you will be doing.
Summer plans.
And that it's heavy on the swimming. And then heavy on in the dark cave watching the Vampire Diaries and like screaming at the screen and, looking at TikToks about it at the same time and stuff. And like, just talking about which actors fucked which other actors, that whole thing. But when I was texting with my sisters, I meant to tell you this, because this is the part that really is relevant to you. And that's that you have a new nickname.
What is this going to be?
And you have several nicknames, like your Hanta, etc. But here's what happened is I texted him. We're in this chain. Lots of gifts. Hold on, let me find the thing. I go, all my nieces have names that sound like the original vampires. Liara, Leone, Olivia, and Renee, which is literally a Cajun version of Renee.
Wow.
And then Kaylee goes, Jared wouldn't let me name any of them Annabelle. I tried 3 times. Just 3 daughters. And it's so funny because Annabelle is like a weird little vampire in season 1 that dies. I'm sure she comes back, but whatever. And then I wrote, we'll have to start calling Hannah Hannabelle. And then Kaylee writes, I like Hannabelle. And I said, me too. And Kelsey goes, me too. And I go, I christened her Hannabelle. She'll find out later. Hannabelle.
Oh my God.
That's your vampire name.
Okay. James?
What's that?
Okay. Okay. Hannabelle. Interesting. I don't hate it.
You don't hate it?
No, I don't hate it. I can't not think about the haunted doll.
Yeah, but that's Annabelle.
Right.
It's not Hannabelle.
You're right. Totally different. A totally different thing. You weren't crying.
No, it's not like Annabelle is the root word that we made your name off of or anything.
No, it's different. It's Hannabelle.
But yeah, okay, so you're thinking about that like knee height doll that's very scary. That was, I think, like a vessel for the devil.
Yes.
Okay.
A little Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
in real life, and then in the movies, an ugly doll. Which why would they? I think it's scarier when it's like a cute little Raggedy Ann doll.
I actually do agree.
But what do I know? I don't work in Hollywood. I'm an outsider.
You well, knock down the doors, Han. Annabelle. Well, I think you're right, because I'm also remembering how just an episode ago, you and I were lamenting that maybe part of the problem with our live show being kind of spooky and like ghosts coming home with us is how we didn't cleanse it, and we've been very jokey in the face of demons and ghosts and spirits and stuff with this podcast, kind of like joking about some serious matters. And here I am about to change your name to Annabelle and invoke it all summer. Interesting.
Well, we should perhaps cleanse the space.
We should cleanse the space, and I will put that in my mind palace to think about later and have an emotional reaction to in 4 months.
A discovery call.
All right, good. Hannah is cleansing the space. We need it.
Sorry, Mike.
No, get it in the mic.
That was you for the audience. Bonk.
Bonk.
You want a little bit?
Yeah, I'll take a little. I'll take a puff cleanse, if you will. Great.
All right. Cleansing the deck.
Yeah, there goes the deck. We are this episode going to be reading for you guys, like we've been doing for the last couple episodes. We will come up with some sort of 1, 2, or 3. My immediate thing was like spooky things, like Annabelle and like the Babadook and like
maybe Chucky.
Oh, and Chucky.
Is there like a third haunted doll?
Well, yeah, because I guess the Babadook's not really a doll, right?
Yeah.
Annabelle, Chucky. God, Chucky scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Ted. Seems demonic to me.
I'm completely on board. All right, so y'all will have the choice between, do you identify as an Annabelle? Like, say your name is Annabelle, you would probably identify with this one.
Yes.
Or Chucky, which in the new Peacock series, I understand is more of a comedy.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like Ted. The scariest one of them all.
I think Ted is the scariest.
I actually, if I came home and you were like, one of these 3 things is in your house, I'd be like, whichever one is not the Ted.
Whichever one is like not fucking human women.
Yeah, whichever one is not like kind of like sniffing my underwear right now. Do you know what I mean? Whichever one is like not like, you know, like it's not like he wants to kill my cat. He just wants to kick it as he walks by.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
I don't like it.
Also, he's naked. The other ones have clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love that.
Don't love it.
You know Ted has like a butthole too.
Ew.
You know it.
You just know.
It's part of his ethos.
I did. Yeah, I knew it before you said it. And
well,
should we cleanse our bodies?
We should cleanse
Speaking
our
of
bodies.
buttholes.
Speaking of buttholes, which you and I have none of.
No.
Let's cleanse these bodies.
And
we do that with a shot. Annabelle. From the womb to the tomb. Oh, yeah. That's nice. It was funny because I did get sick from the flight home, which is part of why we didn't record last week, because I truly not only sounded insane, and I thought it would sound insane to the listeners and really annoying, but couldn't laugh without like basically invoking COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just was like, and I didn't have COVID, and I don't have COVID, but the cough won't leave me.
Right.
So I will edit it out if I laugh too hard and cough. But I think people can hear my little raspy, he's a tramp kind of voice. Maybe it's
sultry.
Nice. It's sultry.
It's really sultry.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Urban Gert. He's a Trump.
He's a Trump.
He's a Trump. Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Tramp.
Well, now that we've cleansed our bodies, the cards and the space, shall we start with blessings?
Yes. Do you have something you want to bless?
Yes, I would love to bless an angel walking among us, an actual vessel for good, the opposite of Ted.
Oh, shit.
I would like to bless Beth Stern. And for those that do not know, let me enlighten you. Let me read you the gospel. So Howard Stern's wife, Beth Stern, is probably my #1 Instagram follow recommendation. All she does is like animal rehabilitation and really kittens and cats. And she and Howard also are in love and kind of do make me believe in love, which is like crazy because Howard Stern is such a weird figure.
Yes.
But he like water paints, and every now and again she posts like a picture of her and him. And she is a beautiful blonde model she's not like 20, she's like in her 40s or something. But and every now and again too, they have like famous, like Robert Downey Jr. will like be holding a cat or whatever. But she mostly is just rescuing kittens, and also lately bunnies, dogs from time to time, wildlife that she sees outside. Like I love her. And one of the people we went to Florida with went to New York after, found a box of kittens, and April put them on a chain with me and was like, Dickie, do you have any advice? I was like, oh, do I have cat advice? First off, here are your resources. But secondly, Beth Stern has a thing in New York, and like she opened up a site. Our friend Amber was like, I'm going to email Beth Stern. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, Beth Stern responded. I was like, oh my God. And she's like, Dickie, you're a hero. They're taking the cats. Ooh. So I somehow got these 5 little kittens, 2 of which were black, little black kittens, which the listeners will know black cats have a special place in my heart because both Hunk and Lyle are black cats. And they took them all in.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's so cool. And you've been following and loving Beth Stern for years.
So long. Like way before the pandemic, like 2016, 17.
Since I've known you.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
And she really does like an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And I just think she's so, and if I saw, like, we live in LA, I've met famous people, you know, and you see them around and stuff. And sometimes they come to our parties and all that. It's very cool. But like, I'm just not starstruck anymore. But when she told me that Beth Stern took in the cats, I like spent all day being like, oh my fucking God.
Like maybe like Beth Stern maybe like knows your name.
Like maybe she said, my friend Dickie said to write.
Yeah. She's read your name. She knows, she's aware of your existence.
I actually can't believe that's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible, but
it's possible.
It's changed my life, and was the best day of my life. And just, anyways, follow Beth Stern. I bless her with every fiber of my being.
Hell yeah!
I will go ahead and light the candle to bless Howard Stern's wife, Miss Beth.
I want to bless the first time you wash your hair after you get a haircut.
Wow.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does. It's also kind of interesting too, because it's like whether or not you feel that there's hairs under your shirt, you have the feeling of releasing them.
Yes.
Damn, man.
Yes. And just like when it's shorter,
yeah,
and you're like washing and then it's like swoop. No, you're done. You're already done.
You're like, wow, I used way too much shampoo.
Yes. And it's like kind of like, you know, it's been cut in layers. There's just less hair. It's just, I don't know. There's just something, it's a baptism. It's spiritual.
You're free.
You're free. It's liberty.
And also you're new.
You're new. You're reborn.
Yeah. Your hands didn't know your hair.
No. It's like they're spicing up their marriage between your hands and your hair. They're role playing as strangers in a hotel bar.
Oh, you're gonna make me cough. Too funny.
Oh,
it's okay. If never mind. I'm gonna say it sounds like Ted smoking a cigarette in the back of the room. That's how you know Ted's around.
Spliff. Why is this teddy bear smoking weed?
What is the origin of Ted?
I mean, we could watch the show and find out. Isn't there a show like
there
when
is
they're
a
in
show.
high school?
Yes.
Why is this teddy bear going to school? Why are my tax dollars going to a talking teddy bear going to school? I don't understand it.
Is he connected to the Family Guy universe? Because he is like a Seth character. You know what I mean?
Right.
I bet there's like some sort of reference.
Like he's related to Brian the dog or something.
Yeah, I think he's related to Brian the dog.
After he was Mark Wahlberg's teddy bear, he was then Stewie's teddy bear.
Yeah, he was in the crib.
Stewie Griffin.
Your Stewie's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then when Ted gets put in the washing machine, he's like, ooh, I feel like I've had a haircut. Now I'm clean. Like, there goes my buttons or whatever.
I guess my buttonhole.
My butthole.
So, anyway, yeah, washing your hair after you cut it feels
Feels pretty good. Also, you got a really good haircut, and you should keep your hair this like length, I think.
Yeah, it's nice.
Got a little like right above the shoulder.
Yeah.
A little longer, sort of like Lana Turner-y kind of curl in the front.
Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to like flip it out.
It's cute.
You know, do a little thing.
I like it a lot.
Change it up.
I loved your Patti Smith era, but this is a good
Yeah.
good little cut for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So I also think too, it's funny when you wash it the first time because you're like, now I style it and it's mine.
Yeah.
It's no longer the hairdresser's. It's mine.
Right. It's my Taylor's version.
It's TV.
Haircut TV.
Parenthetical TV.
Mm-hmm. That's really powerful.
I'll listen to it.
Scooter Braun, get your hands off my hair.
Scooter Braun, get out of my house. I curse thee, Scooter Braun. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great little segue. Now we're on to curses. The end of it still gets me. Woo!
Poor guy.
I would like to curse the Met Gala for being so fucking boring. Bored me.
Bored.
Talk about go on, girl, give us nothing.
I mean,
Give us 1,000 crystal mesh showy dresses. Like, and I do think the theme was a little boring. This like sort of florals for spring. Yes, all of that. But you could do a lot with it. Where were my big pieces?
Right.
Where are the showstoppers? Also, I don't have anything against the Kardashians. I really don't. I enjoy their show from time to time. I like looking at how pretty they are. But that they are sort of like meant to be the tent poles. Mm-hmm. That like Kim Kardashian is sort of the one to like watch. I'm like, what?
why?
Especially when she's giving us like cardigan over like, you know, bodycon. I'm kind of like, I'm not inspired. It didn't change me.
No.
And then meanwhile, the people who are doing things have to change outfits 3 times to try to keep up. And also in the whole spirit of like, well, to keep the masses fed, you just have to give them bread in a circus. I'm like, this circus sucks.
Yeah, it's like we're living in this dystopia.
Yeah.
And you guys have all the money and there's terrible things happening in the world. The least you could do, put on a cool outfit.
Think about it twice. Try something. You know? I kind of liked Elle Fanning's like, you know, plasticky, but still someone pointed out on Instagram that looks like saran wrap. And I was like, oh yeah.
Leftovers.
Leftovers. She's just beautiful. I just like that her skin was extra glowy. I just overall,
Yeah.
I felt like no one was really doing anything with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it bored me.
Yeah.
So, and I was looking forward to it on a Monday.
Everyone looked too normal.
Everyone looks so normal. At the Mert Gala. At the Mert.
At the Mert.
It should be called the Mert.
It should be called the Mert.
Held by Inner Winter. All right, I gotta stop doing that. You know when you feel a joke cross the finish line?
Yeah.
And you're like, time to return the book.
Yep. Retired to the glue factory.
Sent to a farm in Washington.
To run around with all the other jokes.
All the little jokes. They're so happy there.
They're so happy. They have so much space.
Yeah, they're free. And they just like sleep outside under the stars. And you'll never see them again. But they're good. So go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
And stop asking me about it. And do you have a curse?
Yes. Do you want to blow out your candle?
Yes.
Solidify that.
May the chair people of the Met shiver with fear.
I would like to curse the fact that every single movie is too long. I will die on this hill. It just, even the good ones, even the 2 hour, 3 hour ones, the 90-minute ones, every single movie, you could cut at least 2 to 5 minutes off that hoe.
You really could.
No problem.
Yeah. And also too, then they have the fucking gall to make you stay to the end of the credits in case there's a little like scene of them eating a sandwich or something with like a new character.
I'm out. I'm already in the lobby by the time that quote unquote Easter eggs on the screen. I'm in my car looking for my ticket.
I was gonna say you've already validated your parking.
Yep. No. Do I look like a fool to you? I'm out. Every movie is too long, even when they're good, and it's just like, why?
Yeah. What was the last movie you saw that was too long?
Fuzzy Bear and I saw The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
And I liked it. And it's like fun and cool. And Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt have chemistry. And Ryan Gosling's so cute and funny and amazing. But just like every time we thought, it was like, it's over 2 hours.
Yikes.
And I get it's like a love letter to stuntmen and stuff. But it's like, you don't need like 17 like cassette pieces of like rolling the car. It just is like, towards the end, I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to blow out the candle. So hopefully now movies will be a reasonable length.
Thank you for the work that you do, Hannah.
Thank you.
Belle.
Thank you.
And there she goes, blowing it out.
Yep.
A little wax went down the side as well. So it's got some oomph to it.
Yeah.
Well, now comes the tarot portion of our show where we will pull cards for guidance for the next week. We all need it. Some of us might find out we're sad. So probably best to consider the cards. So we'll ask the spirits for a little bit of guidance, and we will pull cards for, instead of number 1, number 2, number 3, the Annabelles of the world, the Chuckies of the world, and finally, you sick bastards, the Teds of the world.
I pray for
you. So in your car, wherever you are, close your eyes, take your hands off the wheel, and think about which one you identify with. Which one resonates with you? Is it Annabelle, who was locked in that glass box? And everyone said, don't even look at her. But she's in her little dress, with her little bit of makeup, ready to go out. She just wanted to party, I think.
Yeah, she put on her rare beauty blush. I was like, I'm ready to go. And what is that couple's name?
From The Conjuring?
Yes. The Warrens. The Warrens was like, no, you're grounded.
Actually, you're grounded. And actually, you're a bad girl.
Oh.
And then instead of her being like, the little clap, it was like a little slap. They're like,
Yeah.
slap, slap.
Aw.
Poor Annabelle.
Poor Annabelle.
I'm cutting the deck for the Annabelle. There we go.
All right. Oh.
Of course.
Oh. Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, Annabelle's definitely having a night on the town. I'll tell you that much. She has escaped her glass box with this reading. If you are an Annabelle, the cards for guidance. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm definitely cutting that out. The cards for guidance we pulled for you are the Moon, Queen of Swords, and then King of Cups reversed. It's always funny to see a queen and a king next to each other. Mm-hmm. Feels very coupley.
It does. And yeah, to me, those two together, like the Queen of Swords, kind of no nonsense and, associated with like air signs and communication. I feel like one person in a relationship wants to have a conversation, maybe about something.
Yeah.
And the other person, the King of Cups reverse, is either like not ready to hear it,
avoiding it.
They're avoiding it, or they're being moody about it, and it's just a little.
Or maybe you have that conversation, and then if they're a water sign, in a couple months they'll be like, "Wow, yeah,
yeah, oh yeah, I was sad.
Oh yeah, interesting." The Moon too is a very little spooky, spectacular. She's giving spooky, scary skeleton, and she's kind of, there's a magical, mystical element as well. We always talk about the moon and like lunar being the root of lunacy and kind of like going a little crazy, but in a nighttime fun way. So maybe this is like the moment.
Yeah,
and it might feel weird, but like, whenever your gut kind of tells you, just go with it.
Yeah. It's time to say.
It's interesting because it's a new moon in Taurus right now too.
It is, yeah.
So it might be about when it feels comfy, go for it.
Yes. And to sort of like don't let your emotions get the better of you.
Yeah.
Communicate clearly. Maybe think about what you're going to say before you say it too.
Yeah. What do you want to communicate? And then practice it.
Right. Or maybe conversely, it's if someone brings something up to you, to not be overwhelmed by your own emotions and to
Go to
just
your
hear.
words.
Go to your words.
Go to your words. Listen. Listening is more important than speaking. I will never actually enact that, but I will preach it.
And that's so real.
And that's so real. No, but I do think there is something about like, yeah, you're right. Like process, listen, and try to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Good advice for the Annabelles. Annabelle just needs to be like, let me out.
Let me out of the glass case.
I'm not going to kill you.
I'm going to go to the club.
I'm just going to steal the keys to the Honda Civic. And I'm going to try to drive that thing, which is crazy.
Because she's so short.
Because she's so small.
Yeah.
What if it was just Annabelle on one of those like little like it's like a skateboard but horizontal and you lean forward and it's kind of like a
like
Segway.
a hoverboard.
Yeah. Just her like zoom into the curb. She escaped and it's just like her hair like flowing and
Her little braids.
yeah.
Aw.
And she like maybe she cut her dress.
Oh, I'm rooting for Annabelle.
Me too. Get out, baby.
Well-behaved women rarely make history, okay?
Elizabeth Warren would be like Elizabeth Warren would hashtag Annabelle.
Annabelle would wear a pussy hat.
Annabelle persisted.
Yeah. And leaned in.
She leaned in. Annabelle in a pussy hat. Annabelle's like, I could only get an abortion in so many states. Okay. And now I'm cutting the deck for the Chuckies.
Chuckies.
God, here's the thing about the Chuckies. They know how to get a party started.
Yeah.
Like, I'll stab you in this car. I'll stab you in this kitchen. Oh, maybe it's time to reference our favorite tweet of all time.
Oh my God.
Hannah, would you like to give words to it?
Yes.
We cried laughing, just saying this to each other, back and forth. Han?
It's well, this is where we get mixed up, but
I know.
if the Chucky doll tried to attack me, I would simply kick it away.
Yeah, I think
Or if it's Chucky the doll.
I always say, if Chucky the doll, tried to attack me, I would simply kick it away. I would simply kick it. It's so funny. This little thing coming at you and just boot.
Boot. No.
No.
Actually, I'm not going to do that.
Actually, I'm getting a string cheese out of the fridge.
Nice try. Go date Jennifer Tilly.
You want to.
Yeah, Jennifer Tilly's your girlfriend. What are you doing trying to kill me?
Also, how come Chucky has a will they, won't they, and I don't?
Well, because Chucky doesn't have boundaries.
That is correct. Chucky does really press upon the company around him. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if y'all is a Chucky, here's the reading for you. Han, you want to go through?
Yes. So you got the 8 of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and then 7 of Swords reversed.
A little mischievous pull, naturally for the Chuckies.
Yes. Yes, because especially with that 7 of Swords,
Getting away with it.
a little work harder, not or work smarter, not harder
Yeah, work smarter.
vibe. Yes. And but I guess just to go through that 8 of Cups reversed, there's like a figure walking away from these cups going into sort of this like watery grotto in the mountains, and there's an eclipse.
I was gonna say it's another moon forward card.
It definitely is. And I think this one too is about looking inward and rejecting sort of the superficial.
Yeah, there's a spirituality to this card.
Yes. And turning inward for the answers.
Yeah, that the journey is inward.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense too with like the Fool reversed. Like maybe you haven't been so careful or trusted the wrong people or trusted other people's opinions.
Leapt first.
Yeah.
Without looking.
Mm-hmm. Which sometimes is great. But I think in this spread, it kind of advising the opposite too, because sometimes when the Seven of Swords is reversed, it's not just about you getting away with something, but it's like about someone pulling one over on you.
Yeah, so like look around.
Yeah, so I feel like in the context of this, like this feels like this week someone or something may try to take advantage of you or be manipulative, or I think just this is very just like not you in danger, girl, but
Trust your gut.
yeah, trust your gut and be aware.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's necessarily malicious.
Right.
Especially with the full in there. It feels a little more just keep an eye out. There might be cracks in the ice. Keep it easy.
Keep it easy.
You know, move a little slower. I had a friend once who was wearing 2 ankle braces at the same time because they had sprained at 2 different times both ankles. And they were just moving too fast. Mm-hmm. And they put a little Post-it in front of their mirror and they said that it said slow down because they were like, this was the moment I was like, I gotta fucking slow down. And they told me that, and in my head I was like, definitely making fun of them, but it did stick with me.
Yeah.
The lesson is correct.
They made some points.
They were on the board. They also sprayed both of their wrists later at a separate time.
Oh my God.
Maybe just weak bones.
Yeah, maybe it's something about speed.
Wow.
Didn't drink enough milk. All right. Now we're pulling for the perverted little teddy bears.
Those little if you're a naked little teddy bear and you're like giving love and you're wanting love, but you're also scaring Dickie Copeland, then you're a Ted.
If Mark Wahlberg's your best friend, this one's for you.
All right, I'm cutting for the Teds. Well, let me really think about it. Okay. They need guidance too.
Mm-hmm. All right, Teds.
You sardonic little.
Ooh.
Okay, Teds.
Okay, Teds.
Wow, a
Interesting.
yellow spread.
A very yellow spread. So we got the 9 of Cups, which I think we pulled last week
We
for
did.
someone. And the 7 of Swords again, but this time upright. And then the Knight of Pentacles reversed.
Well, the 9 of Cups is such an auspicious card. Mm-hmm. Big wishes being granted, kind of like buy the lottery ticket sort of energy. Mm-hmm. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Yes,
for the Teds.
definitely.
And the 7 of Swords now upright. It's like, well, now this is you getting away with it. Mm-hmm. But also, too, it feels to me like maybe it's a little bit that, like, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have a snack. You know, that kind of feeling?
Yeah, little like,
I'm being bad.
yeah, there's some leftovers in the fridge.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
I'm going to take advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, maybe let yourself have the moment. It's good for you.
It is good for you.
And then the Knight of Pentacles reverse. What do you think of that hand?
I feel like this card upright usually is about, I mean, the pentacles relate to, you know, the practical matters and the tangible things, work, money. And also it's a very patient card.
Yeah.
And it shows a knight on his horse holding the pentacle. And I think it's the only knight who's not
In
moving.
motion, yeah.
Yes. So I think this card is all about patience. And so in the context of these 3 and it's reversed, I wonder if this is also saying slow down
Or speed up?
or speed the fuck up? Because good things are happening. Just don't wait for permission.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If there's like something that you are like waiting for and you see a moment to seize it,
Yeah.
it's kind of like ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Yes.
But don't be a dick.
No.
I'm never gonna say be a dick on this show.
But like you're already a Ted, so
Right, you are a Ted.
it's not a problem.
You're like, you know, trying to look down Mila Kunis' shirt. Little nasties.
Little nasties. Yeah, I feel like this whole spread is like Teds are gonna Ted.
Yeah.
And that's great for you. And good for you. And also maybe there's just a little bit of like have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And if you are someone who uses humor as a way to like cope or get out of things, continue to do so.
Yeah.
Because it's working. What do you think about all the yellow in the background? All 3 of these cards have a yellow background.
Yeah. It's very optimistic.
I think so too. I think it's a little cheerful spread.
Mm-hmm.
How very funny. Also, all the little red hats.
Oh my God. Yeah. Wear a red hat this week.
Wear a red pussy hat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I also think too, there's something about this spread that's like, you're not alone in a way. All three of these figures they look alone, but they're all together, right? Like they all have the same, because they're all these yellow cards, they're kind of threaded.
Yeah.
And so maybe go out with your buds.
Yeah.
This might be a this buds for you kind of week.
Yes. Also, the three of them together kind of look like a team you assemble for a heist.
They really do. Like they each bring a different thing. It reminds me of when you blessed getting margaritas and chips and salsa and guac with your buds.
Yes.
And yeah, someone's gossiping. Ooh, maybe someone has good gossip.
Ooh, cool.
Especially with a night. The nights are always like messages.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe like something at work, like
Yeah.
some shit's going down. Hang out by the water cooler.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna fill your 10 cups with all the goss.
With all the goss. 10 cups of tea.
Scalding hot. What?
Scalding hot. What?
What? What am I even fucking talking about?
That felt like it should be a sample in a song. Scalding hot. What? DJ Scalding hot.
What?
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
And a Scatman. It's a remix of Scatman. Calling out from Scatman's world. If you wanna be free, you better listen to me. Dude, Scatman goes so hard.
Scatman is, if you play that at a party,
Oh my God.
just the people streaming into the house in droves onto the dance floor
Yeah, dude.
to dance to this Scatman.
Could you imagine like being, in a club in Ibiza and all of a sudden it's like, ba-do-da-do, ba-da-da-da-do-da.
Can you imagine? You're at EDC. you're in like the pit, and then all of a sudden,
Ba-do-da-do, ba-da-da-da-do-da. And the ketamine's hitting and you're just like, ba-do-da-do, ba-da-da-da. You're harmonizing.
you're literally glowing to
And
Scatman.
and then you're going to Scatman's world.
Yes, you actually are physically going to Scatman's world.
I think I've been to Scatman's world when I did DMT that one
I
time.
was just gonna say, when you said there was a man in the grate talking to you,
Yeah, I think it was Scatman.
that was Scatman.
He told me his name was Enzo, but I didn't get a good look at him because he was in a vent.
Well, also, like, do we know the Scatman's first name?
Enzo.
It's Enzo.
Enzo Scat. Ba-do-da-do, ba-da-da-da-do-da-do, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I can't believe you actually spoke to the Scatman.
I did.
What did he say to you?
He said a lot of things. But basically, essentially, it's to not take life. It's not also serious.
I mean, that's what it felt like the spread said.
Yeah, it's invite levity into your world. It's not that deep.
Yeah, maybe we won't actually get cursed if we start calling you Annabelle.
Annabelle, who cares?
Who cares?
God's on my side.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Your co-pilot is God.
Is God.
Is dog. Is Brian the dog. Well, you guys, it's going to be a good week coming up.
I think it's going to be a good week too.
Yeah, let's put the sadness behind us.
We're done.
I don't need to look at that anymore.
Yeah, you didn't cry. Your face leaked over it and now you're over it.
And now I'm done. I feel like how you feel an emotion is to just let the body do it. The brain can take a vacation.
Yeah.
Because then it's not sad.
Right.
Because you like weren't sad.
Wow.
You just sort of had a physical reaction. It's like a rash.
Yeah.
It goes away in like 15, 20 minutes.
I'm going to start doing that.
It's a nice way to connect with your roommates. I'll tell you that much. It was a good time, actually. Can't wait to do it again.
In 3 to 4 months.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little vacation for my face.
Yeah.
I gave myself a facial. I'm not the Ted kind. If you're the Teds out there are like, ha ha ha.
You guys are fucking perverted. But we love you.
But we love you.
And we're always with you.
From the womb
To the tomb.
Bado, bado.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Calling out from Scatman. Calling out from Scatman's world.